Hi everyone, I'm going to share with you today a fun fold card which I found as a YouTube video by Stamping with More. So the idea came from her. So the card front is like that. This is using Penguin Place. This is the designer series paper, and the Merry Christmas is from the Peaceful Dear stamp set. And then you just open it like that, which is rather fun. So it's a bit of a surprise when you open it up like that. So that's with a Penguin Place set. This is one that I did with the Peaceful Dear stamp set, and it opens up like that, sending love and peace this season, and the trees are in the Peaceful Dear stamp set. So that's in Garden Green and Real Red with using the designer series paper from Celebration, which you can get with a £45 order. And this is the gingerbread and peppermint. These are the dies, and this is the paper from that suite, and this greeting is from the stockings suite that's in the mini catalogue, and that opens up like that, sending lots of love. And this border die is a lovely one, which is from the gingerbread and peppermint dies. So I thought I would today do another one using the Penguin Place designer series paper, which again is another Celebration freebie with a £45 order. Celebration finishes at the end of this month, so that's just next week. So here's my card base. I've already cut out the circle there, so I'll just give you the measurements. The card base is 8 across by 5 3/4. I've cut it down there, and it's scored at 4 inches. The basic white insert is 7.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and you score it along the 7.5 inch side at 1 7/8 and 3 3/4. And then you need a piece of designer series paper. This is from Penguin Place designer series paper, which is going to be 5.5 by 3 3/4. And you need 2 strips, which are 1 5/8 by 5.5, and they're for these pieces here. So just to explain to you the various circles and so on, you need the circle die. This I've used a larger one actually, but on most of the cards I actually used the circle die, which was 2.5 inches in diameter, and the scallop circle die, which was 2 3/4 inches in diameter, and you cut those out to form that frame. You cut this circle out with the circle that is 2.5 inches diameter. That's what I've done here. This one is a slightly larger one, but take the smaller one. So you're going to cut the circle out with that one, and then you're going to use the slightly bigger scallop with that circle to do the frame on a contrasting piece of cardstock. And then for the piece on the inside, you're going to use the same size circle, so the 2.5 inch across for the basic white, and then the 2 3/4 across plain circle in a contrasting colour, and that will back on that like that. Okay, so let's just start to stick this together. I've already you stick your designer series paper on first, and then you cut out this aperture using in this case, the 2.5 inch diameter plain circle. So I've done that there. So now I'm just going to take my scalloped frame, which I've already made, and I'm just going to put Tombow on the inside here. Just carefully put it round. You don't need much Tombow, that's enough for this. And then carefully put it on like that, and just give it a few seconds for it to stick properly. Okay, and then we're going to take the insert, and I'm going to stick on these pieces of designer series paper. So I actually want a different one to show as you open it out, so I'm just going to put that on and put that on like that. Very easy card to make, and very good way of using up designer series paper, and you could use all sorts of different stamp sets to do this card, I'm sure. So I'm going to actually do the stamp I've got to the coolest friend ever, and I'm going to get out Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry, which should be here. Excuse all my penguins in my stamp set. So I'm going to actually do that now. Now the best way I find with a long sentiment like that is to put it down and then pick it up on your block. So I'm going to open up my Marina Mist ink pad and just tap, 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 remember, with these new ink pads. And be cool, be chill, be merry. And it's not quite on there, so I'll just make sure it's on my mat. And that's fine. I'm going to take that one off and put this one on ready. Because while I'm at it, I might as well do the sentiment that's going to go on the front. So that one is going to be To the Coolest Friend Ever, from the same stamp set. So I'm just going to, I cut out 2 labels just in case I did one wrong. So let's hope I don't. So that's stamped out nicely. So that is going to be put on 3D foam pads. I just find them here. And the mini pads are perfect for this. So I just put on 3 like that. 1, 2, 3, and put that in my little bin I've got on my desk. Just, that's on the wrong way around, I want it that way. There we go, and that's going to go down here, so I'll just stick that on now. Might as well strike while the iron's hot, as they say. Whoops, I've got something on there, I don't know what that is. I think it got on the ink pad, as they do. So let me just put the ink pad, I'm going to put this ink pad away. So I've cut out from the designer series paper the penguin and the snowman. Do you see a little bit of the snowman's hand is cut off because that was the edge of the paper? But don't chuck those away because that can go behind the penguin like that and you'd never know. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm using this lovely little snowflakey stamp from the set, and I'm going to bring in another colour, which is Fresh Freesia, which does actually go with this stamp set. Or rather I should say this designer series paper is a better way of putting it perhaps. And if I just do the background like that, and a little bit, just take that off, and a little bit down here. So I basically leave a little bit there plain. So I think I'm not going to use dimensionals this time, I'm just going to stick them straight on. So I'm going to stick the snowman on first. Check I'm still on the screen, yes I am. So I'm going to put him there. And hopefully the penguin will fit nicely just like that. Yep. And as you can see, he can cover with his hat the snowman like that. Whoops, just put that straight. There we go. And then I'm going to put these 2 on to this Just Jade circle here. Okay, so we've got that bit done. So here's the insert to go on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to put some Tombow on the back. Just use it like a scribbling pencil, just a small amount required. That's going to go on like that. Just pull that over a little bit. Even it up. Now, you may be wondering, how am I going to get this on? Well, I find the best way to do this is to just tuck this under so that I've got it where I want it, nice and straight. Hold it down with my finger, and then I know that's where it's going to stick on. So I put my finger and my thumb like that, and I know to put the glue here. And then I know, put it back in here and put it down again, get it straight where you want it. Let's move it over a little bit. Just move it over a tiny bit. The lovely thing about Tombow is it gives you what's called a little bit of wiggle room, so I'm just going to put that over a tiny bit, make sure it's in the right place till I'm happy with it, and then now I can stick it down. Okay, so there you've got your penguin and your snowman, and of course, because it's friends, To the Coolest Friend Ever, and then Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry. So really fun card. You could send in December, January, so you don't need to send it as a Christmas card, just to a friend, just as a fun card. So I think I'll just finish that off with a few little gems. So I have actually got the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels here. I don't know if you can see, but they've got a blue, like a Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, a Coastal Cabana or Pool Party, a Just Jade, or could be Shaded Spruce, Real Red, and then a sort of a yellow or a golden coloured one there. So these are really good because you don't have to colour your rhinestones with your blends pens. You can just use these straight off. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to pick off a few of these. There are different sizes. I'm probably going to use the medium one. Put one there, and then one over there. I usually put 3 on like that, and then one down, possibly there. Okay, so you can just see there's a little bit of something that's glittering and sparkling there, and I think that's fine. So that's the card done and dusted. So this is the card we've just made, just out like that. This is the other one made with the Penguin Place Celebration Designer Series paper with the fox cut out as well. This is from the Merriest Moments set, A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours. And these are the balmy blue, lovely gems that you find, faceted gems they are, that these are in the annual catalogue carried over from last year. This one hasn't, oh, it has got the red gems there that are from the annual catalogue. They're really nice. They're called Wonderful Gems, and they carried over from last year. They've got a bit of gold sparkle in them. There's white with gold sparkle and red with gold sparkle. So I just decided to use the red with gold sparkle on that one. So that's the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite, and that's the Designer Series paper and the dies. And then this is the Peaceful Dear, the stamp, and there's a matching punch, and the Designer Series paper, that's a freebie in celebration. And that sentiment is from the same set, and that opens out like that. And I've just stamped the trees at the bottom there. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll have a go at making this card. Thanks for watching. Bye.